Was Last of Us 2 really as bad as people made it seem? I've been seeing this topic going around on social media for a cool little minute, man. TikTok, all that stuff. I've been seeing people touch on it. And I just feel like I want to throw in my 2 cents, you know what I mean? Now everybody remember Last of Us 1. Last of Us 1 was, in my opinion, it was a pretty great game. I would say the story is amazing, and I would say the gameplay was mid. The gameplay wasn't nothing special to me, you know what I'm saying? But I think the story was amazing, and it really carried the game into the love, into all the love it's gotten over the years. You know what I mean? It's definitely a legendary PlayStation title to say the least. It's a not even PlayStation title, just a legendary game in general. So you're coming off a huge win with your release in Last of Us One, and people have been waiting for years and years. And me personally, because I got a lot of homies that are Last of Us stands, fans, all of that. When the game got announced, Last of Us Two, I told these niggas this game did not need a sequel. It just didn't. The way Last of Us One ended was so fucked up. I think it just should have stayed like that. Like Joe just did some of the most fucked up shit possible. And if you would have just ended on that and just let it ride out just the way it did, I think that would have been perfect. But no, we got Last of Us 2. We got all the teaser trailers and everything, and it got me hyped. It did get me hyped. Just seeing Joel and Ellie again, it was pretty hyped. So you fast forward until the release. No, not let's not even fast forward to the release. Let's talk about the leaks. Naughty Dog got leaked, and that basically ruined everything about the game before it even hit the goddamn shelves. They were on some Ray J and Kim Kardashian type shit, bro. That shit leaked early as hell. It leaked. It should have never came out. And instead of boosting a career, it ruined. It ruined the game. And a lot of people did not like their virtual daddy Joe dying. And it's funny because Joe, we knew Joe was going to die, bro. If there was going to be a sequel, Joe was going to die. Joe could not live. That is just a fact that Joe could not live for the fucked up shit that he did in the first game. And I get the frustration, but I feel like people overdid it with Joel because that a lot of hate stemmed to that before it even reached the whole game. People were so pissed off about Joel, and I'm like, okay, I know some of y'all don't have dads, bro, because this nigga meant the world to you, bro. Listen, like this nigga meant the world to you. Act like this nigga came at night, kissed you on your forehead, tucked you in the goddamn bed. You act like this nigga woke you up, drove you to school and shit, bro. It ain't it. I get the frustration, but it's not that serious to the point where I seen niggas cutting the disc up and all this other stuff. It was kind of goofy behavior to me. Cutting a game up, bro. They got your money. It don't fucking matter if you cut it. You get me? But like I said, I do understand the frustration because I believe Naughty Dog did Joel's death completely, completely wrong. They did it wrong, all the way wrong, but it was awful. And Joel, Joe from the first game, he was on his P's and Q's. He knew to look out for certain things. Like he would never get caught off guard, basically. So then, an older Joe just gets caught lacking easily and gets killed. I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. And then Abby. Abby is another character that's hated, which me personally, I do not think Abby should be that hated, bro. Abby sections of the game, even though this is basically Abby's game, if we're gonna keep it real, I feel like just playing it, I feel like you play Abby way more. I was gonna give a percentage, but I can't even think of a percentage. You play her way more than Ellie, in my opinion. This is supposed to be Ellie's revenge tale, and we're playing Abby. But I get it. I get the story. They're both hurting at the end of the day. I get it. I get it. But the story was also done completely wrong. Abby shouldn't have got that much time to be playable. She shouldn't have. This is Ellie's story. If you want to do something with Abby, you would have made The Last of Us 3. Don't do that shit. But Ellie was supposed to get her revenge and all this other stuff, bro. This was supposed to be her tale. I just didn't like the fact that we played Abby. I would say that this game is at least 25 hours. I would say. I think you play Abby a solid 8 or 9 hours. maybe more. I could be wrong. That's how I felt playing the game. That's just me personally. But Abby is not a bad character whatsoever. I do not get why people shit on her the way they do. Abby was actually a pretty good character a pretty fun pretty fun section. And I don't want to use the word fun because Last of Us 2 is not fun in my opinion. It's not fun. It's so dark and gritty, bro. Like when I beat the game, I took a cold ass shower. Like I felt like shit, bro. I almost turned on Rod Wave. Like I was really down after playing that game, bro. Like I don't plan on going back and ever playing it because it just wasn't a fun game. I just felt like I went through a depressing ass story. That's really how I felt with the game. But I think Abby just wrongfully criticized as much as people did it. It should have been criticized for how much screen time she got, the playable time she got. I get that, but saying she was awful and she ruined the story, I wouldn't go that far. Now the story pacing was ass. The story's pace was so bad in my opinion. That's what really killed it for me. Last of Us One story was perfect. I don't use the word perfect too often, but Last of Us story was perfect. Perfect. The pacing, everything. This game, not so much. I don't know what the hell they were doing during development, but the pacing was all over the place. It was just not. It just was not good. And then I don't like the fact that you go from okay with this character, then you go to the flashback. There were so many fucking flashbacks, like so many flashbacks to play through. It was annoying as fuck. It was hella annoying. And then just going from Ellie and then you go to Abby. Abby take up all the goddamn screen time, and then you go back to Ellie. Then you'll play Ellie's flashback. I did not like that. That shit was garbage. That shit was garbage. And it's just crazy because the first game, the story is what carried it in my opinion. And I think to a lot of people's opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, it carried it made the game what it was. Last of Us 2, the gameplay was better. It's not great, but it just added on what should have been on the first one. It built on the foundation, which was good, and the gameplay was a little better. And I felt like that carried the game. That got me through the game. Really, the gameplay. I definitely didn't like the story. I didn't like the fact that they played us with the Joel shit either. And when I say the Joel shit, y'all remember the commercials when Joe, it made it seem like Joe was making it further into the story, but he died in the beginning. And instead of him being in that one scene that it was shown on the commercial, it was the Asian kid. I forgot his name. That's the only reason why I use his race. But they kind of played us with that shit. That shit wasn't cool either. Now the ending. The ending is some of the most diverse shit I've ever seen in my life because I seen a lot of people shit on it, and I seen a lot of people praise it. And my take on it is, I feel like when people find a deeper meaning, when they feel smart because they caught the deeper meaning in something, they just automatically assume that it's a good ending. Some people love to feel smart. You know what I mean? So if you find a deeper meaning, you're like, oh, that's good. No, that was a good that was a good scene because you get it because this is what it means. No, that's not how it works, bro. That's really not how it works. And I hate when people do shit like that. Now, if you feel like it's just a good ending, just because it's a good ending, okay, cool. I feel like that ending was not good whatsoever, bro. She went through all this bullshit. And I get it. Like I said earlier, they were both hurting at the end of the day. But Ellie lost everything going to go hunt this bitch down, bro. Going to hunt Abby down. And then when you got her right there, you let her ass go. You let her big linebacker built ass go. I did not like that. I felt like that was so lackluster. I got the meaning. I got everything, bro. I got it. It still did not justify that shitty ending, bro. That ending was garbage. And I did not like that shit. So now you got now the linebacker done escape, and now you went home with your girl, your girl and your kid missing. Well, not your kid, the other nigga kid, but you get what I'm saying. You went back home, and now you missed everything. So now you got the linebacker running, frolicking in the flowers and shit, and then now you ain't got no family to go to. You're fucking lost at the end of the day. Get daddy gone. Like that, I did not like it. It was so stupid. I did not like it. Like I said, if you feel like, oh, because it's a deeper meaning, that's fine. But that does not justify the ending. That does not make the ending good. There's a word called execution. You have to execute your plots, your rising action, your following action, your conclusions. You have to hit that. You have to hit it. You cannot miss. You cannot have us do all this shit just for this bitch to let go of this goddamn linebacker and just go off about her business. It sucked, bro. It sucked. So all in all, what I'm saying about Last of Us 2, I do not think Last of Us 2 is the worst shit ever in the world. I don't think it is. Like people made it seem. I think Last of Us 2, and just to put it like this, Last of Us 1 to me was a solid 9 out of 10. It didn't get a 10 out of 10 in my opinion because the gameplay was not that good to me. It just wasn't. So, Last of Us 2 story, pacing awful, trash, ending trash. That's the last thing we go off as a player. We go off the ending. Just like if you go see a movie, you can enjoy the movie, but that ending, or if you watch a show, Game of Thrones, finale, awful. That's the last thing you get of that show. That's your final impression. If you do not finish strong, at least people are gonna be pissed. It's just that it's just a fact. So really, Last of Us 2 to me was a solid 7. A solid 7. And it might be a 6.5, but I'll give it a 7. The game was way too long too. It started dragging it started dragging the fuck out. I did not like it. It dragged all the way out. But it is an okay game. If you love Last of Us 1, I don't care if you watch people play Last of Us 2. I feel like you just need to play Last of Us 2 if you played Last of Us 1 and enjoyed it. You just need to. But I think it took a dip in the series. This was not something that was going to garnish people saying I need a third Last of Us. It just wasn't. Now all them awards Last of Us 2 was getting, I don't know where the hell that came from because that shit, that the game that it didn't deserve it. It just didn't. It did not deserve all those awards it got. Not hating, not nothing, but it just did not deserve it. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. You're mad about it, I don't give a fuck. Go cry, bro. I don't care. It did not deserve all them awards. I feel like there was some favoritism clearly, but you know, you do got the shields. Shields are strong as hell when it comes to some series, bro. Now I feel like I compare you Last of Us 2 shields to like Beyonce fans or something like or Nicki Minaj stands. I feel like you can't say no wrong about the game. Y'all niggas get pissed off. Y'all go harass a motherfucker. Y'all do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm unbiased. I keep shit real. That game is mid as fuck. Not even mid. I think it's low tier. It's a solid 7. I would buy that game for like $10, 10 to $20 range. I regret spending. Honestly, I didn't spend 60. I almost lied. I bought it for like $30. Trading shit in to get it. I didn't feel comfortable spending the full 60 because I just wasn't hyped about the game to begin with. Well, I mean, I wasn't. When it got leaked, I was kind of skeptical. It took my hypeness away from it, so you know. But all in all, pretty okay game. That's where I think it stands in 2022. It is an okay game. If you play Last of Us 1 and you still ain't played it, I feel like you just need to go play it. Just get it over with. Just get the shit over with and form your own opinion. Do not listen to Shields. Do not listen to motherfuckers that just say it's the worst shit in the world because me personally, I don't think it's the worst shit in the world whatsoever. There's a lot of fucking problems with it. A lot, but you can get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But yeah, man, that is my take on Last of Us 2. Okay game. Still feel like you need to play it if you played Last of Us 1. If you did not play Last of Us 1, just don't even fucking waste your time going to play Last of Us 2. That's just me. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. Like and subscribe to the channel. It helps your boy out, you know what I mean? And yeah, I appreciate all my subscribers and everything. When I say all, I mean all 48 of y'all. I love y'all, man. Keep building, man. I appreciate the support and everything, you know. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys later.